Happy New Year, y'all! I hope your New Year's parties have been well, and I suppose it's probably appropriate to kick off the new year with a new episode of Porterverse Lore Ramblings. Here we go. Number 1. The events of the episode, Thomas and the Jet Engine, would take place in 1989. A crane at Nafra Harbor would activate the somehow existing jet engine, and then send Thomas flying along the main line. He would eventually derail outside of Kildane. Thomas himself was relatively fine, while the jet engine itself would somehow decouple itself and continue through the fields and eventually fucking explode. But thankfully no one was hurt in what is now referred to as the rocket incident. Number 2. Porter and Rosie are really close friends. They're basically Sodor's Yuji and Nobara, as Rosie is often brought down to Nafra Harbor whenever traffic gets crazy there. Salty finds their dynamic a bit chaotic at times, but always productive at the same time. Despite only seeing each other every so often, they always make sure to meet up and chat whenever they can. Number 3. Rosie is the shunter at Callan Station. She was sold from the Water Department to British Railways in 1947 and assigned to shunt at what was then the junction station of just 2 branch lines. She was able to continue piloting duties there when the Arsdale tramway initially closed, and also helped in the construction of the Harwick branch line. Rosie today wears Northwestern Railway's red with blue lining, and is still the shunter at Callan Station today. Number 4. Flying Thistle is the new build A3 built in 1996. Gordon would first meet him while visiting Flying Scotsman for an event. Neither of the two are quite fond of him at first, as they found him to be smooth-brained to say the least. But of course, Gordon and Scotsman will come around to realize that Thistle does indeed mean well. Number 5. Sigaret the L1 and Thor Kell the 7F are often the centerpieces for Sodor Day events, as they are both named after historical figures in Sudrian history. This often means that they're the leaders of any parades, photo ops, the whole shebang, and they both quite enjoy it a lot, and the two of them are good friends. Number 6. The events of the episode You Cant Win take place in 1926. This was during the Northwestern Railway's engine strike, and thus engines like, say, Thomas and Molly, Edward Percy and all of them, will be handling mainland service at this time. And thus, Thomas and Molly will bear witness to Duke and Peterson pulling into the station that fateful day. Number 7. In-universe, Henry has a big scar on his face from the flying kipper accident. This inevitably leads to FirePorter. If your trees have faces in the Porterverse, why don't your models have faces? Very simple, my friend. I just prefer not to have them with faces. And also see it's a bit of a perception difference, you know? Like how characters from Star Wars and the live-action movies look a little bit different in the animated Clone Wars series. Just the stylization. So if you were to actually be in the Star Wars universe, or in this case the Porterverse, and walk around Sodor and everything, the engines would have faces. Or the way we view it from our universe, and also the models to an extent, they would not have faces. So yeah, it's all a matter of perception. So that's all the lore rambling bits I have to cover for now. Thank you all very much for watching this episode of Porterverse Lore Ramblings, and to see you all same time next week as always. Peace!